Good afternoon, guys. I just wanted to bring you a quick update on this R. Kelly trial. R. Kelly is now comparing himself to Jerry Lee Lewis. I don't know if you guys know, but Jerry Lee Lewis married his third cousin removed, and she was 13 at the time. And he married her on June 4th of 1958. At the time he was seeing his third cousin, he was still married. He was still married to his wife Jane Mitchum. So he had filed for divorce from Jane October 1957. Divorce wasn't finalized until December 1957, and he married Myra Brown on June 4th, 1958. So R. Kelly is now saying that, if Jerry Lee, well, I'm assuming he's saying that if Jerry Lee Lewis can do it, why can't I do it? And well, matter of fact, he said it, and they have money. An accuser testified as well. Her name is Stephanie. She said she was 17 at the time when she approached R. Kelly in 1999 to ask if her and a friend could audition for him. She stated that during that time, he said yes. They wound up going to the studio. He wound up having sex with her. And she stated that she was humiliated, degraded, and scared of R. Kelly. She said that he actually told her that he married Aaliyah in order for her to have an abortion without her parents' permission. Then we find out that Demetrius Smith, who was his manager, he helped facilitate this by getting forged documents stating that Aaliyah was 18 when she wasn't. Aaliyah was only 15 years old. So this tells you how sick this man is. And this has just gotten out of control. The victims that he's facing, these are young girls. These are young women. And I get it. I know I don't get it. Let me stop saying I get it. I still want to know, where were the parents when all of this was going on? So he had one of his employees, Tom Arnold, said that he used to pick up women for him from 2003 to 2011. And when he says women, he doesn't mean women, okay? He means young girls is what he's picking up for R. Kelly. These are young girls. These are not women. So you're a man, you're married, you have a wife. How are you picking up young girls for this man? There is the marriage license for R. Kelly and Aaliyah. Okay, there's the marriage license. At the time, he was 27 years old. Okay, 27. Aaliyah was 15. Now, in the state of Illinois, the legal age is 17, but only if the partner is 5 years older than you at the time. Well, at the time, R. Kelly was actually 32. He wasn't 27. Or is that saying he wasn't 27? He was 32. 32. There is the marriage license. Okay. So they facilitated this in order for her, I guess they assumed she was pregnant, and they didn't want to get her parents' permission. So he married her. And if you see, it says that Aaliyah Houghton of Chicago in the county of Cook and the state of Illinois of the age of 18. She was not 18. Okay, she wasn't 18. She was 15 years old. There it is. They were married August 31st, 1994. So another young woman came forward. She said she spent 5 years with him. Their sexual encounter started when she was 17. She testified he forced her to have an abortion, beat her with a Nike sneaker, and directed her to have sex with a man she didn't know. You know, I watched Surviving R. Kelly. You know, it was a lot of women. It was a whole lot of women that came forward. And then you saw his brother. And I'm just, you know, they're saying that he was abused as a kid. And I know the saying is when people are abused, they become abusers. And this is sad. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but 1996, Tiffany Hawkins sued him for personal injuries and emotional distress. She was in a 3-year relationship with him. She said that she was having sex with him in 1991 and she was 15. He was 24. 24. And their relationship ended 3 years later when she turned 18. And this woman sought $10 million in damages, but accepted $250,000. The case was settled in 1998. So he's been doing this for a while. He was sued by one of his interns for indecent sexual relationship. She was 17. She was an intern at Epic Records. And she said she was treated as his personal sex object and cast aside. This is just out of hand. You know, he had the child pornography charges. But if you look at the history of what he's been doing, 6 women, he called it, you know, it was called a sex cult. So that's why he's on trial. And then what's her name? Joycelyn Savage said that he brainwashed her. He had her make videos telling her parents it's their fault and saying that her dad had molested her. You know, and it's because this documentary that went out, you know, Surviving R. Kelly. Then he was up on Gayle King talking about he was fighting for his life. I mean, he was charged. These are young girls. And now we found out that there could be a couple of boys involved and they were videotaping. So right now, you know, and even in the press, they're calling him the man that thought he can fly. His lawyer, one of his longtime lawyers, actually withdrew from his case 2 months before his trial started. And that was in June. So, you know, and we all knew about the relationship between he and Aaliyah. That was all over the place. I never forget when he did that interview and they would dress alike. And she's saying that he was her best friend. There is no damn grown man that's going to be my granddaughter best friend. So he's being charged. Let's see. I mean, he's on trial, not being charged. He's on trial. I'm waiting to see how this turns out. I really do. And you know, the whole thing was cancel R. Kelly, cancel R. Kelly, cancel R. Kelly. Everybody needs to take accountability for their actions. Everyone that was involved in this whole situation, from his manager, the guy Demetrius Smith was a manager. He knew Aaliyah was underage. He knew it. He knew this. But you got fake documentation for her to be 18 years old to show she was 18. Again, there's the marriage license. There's no more and ifs and buts about it. There is the marriage license right there. And the fact that he compared himself to Jerry Lee Lewis, you know, saying they have money. Why can't they do what they want to do? Really? You think because you have money, you can do what you have to do. Well, guys, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to bring you that quick update. And I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.